taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Shuttleworth the guy, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB Lauderdale Boss. The world is a op out now. You know what to do. RingGangRadio.com in the building. Monday Night Boxing. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And also, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
It was fly. It's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender, preparing for liftoff, Destination Ring Radio. Let's get it. Let's fly.
Yes, sir.
No stuttering today.
No stuttering today. And then, of course, King P, will join us in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, now we are on the week. We are within 7 days of Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. And we're definitely going to go, talk about that in the card too, which is probably, again, PBC, someone put that matchmaking hat on. It made a fucking undercard that niggas can actually watch from top to bottom. I mean, someone was reminiscent of fucking, of Plant and Benavides in a way. You know what I'm saying? But before that, we had some fights this past weekend. One, which was, except, Rome got it, though. Rome was the one who, I guess, was the one that steadfast and was like, nah. This got repeated. Where I think all of us picked Joyce again. Of course, I'm talking about Joyce and Zhang. And
he was around all. That's the thing. Like, I told him, I think, yesterday, I was like, yeah, you got it, right? He was like, fourth round. I was like, nah, the third. He was like, damn. But yeah.
And honestly, the first fight, obviously Joyce, he comes in shape and, his only stop because of his eye and shit like that, and pretty much again, the left hand was, ate him up. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, look, this nigga's got to get himself into better shape, start getting himself a new trainer. I don't know what the fuck that Joyce worked on in his training camp or whatever, but, he came in there like 20 pounds heavier, of his heaviest weight ever. And started using a shoulder roll that he probably had no business utilizing in the first place. A tentative one at that, and I'm thinking, the only thing that he did right was he probably used it to actually keep, he kept his right hand up to make sure that his eye wasn't, obliterated by the left hand. But yeah, there was nothing. Like, dude came in there, no confidence, nothing like that. And, after the first one was kind of, it was kind of a feel around, but after that, once Zhang was like, wait a minute, dude is not coming forward, he's not throwing no punches, no conviction. Dude, it didn't even take long either, because it didn't take long for Zhang to start hurting him. Like, Zhang's big ass combinations on dude. Joyce
looks so slow. Joyce's hand speed looks, I know it was slow, but he looked super slow. Like, it was like watching Spence Crawford at 0.25 some shit speed. Because like Joyce was throwing so slow, and I was like, what the fuck? I know he's like throws pause.
Yeah, he was slower than normal. Like he's always slow, but yeah, this was like, you're right. This was like super slow for him.
Yeah, I don't think he just wasn't in shape, because it looked like he just, either he thought, okay, look, I gained this weight again, I'm gonna get my punch resistance back up or whatever. But he fought like he was sluggish, and it was like there was nothing in there, and then a half-ass shoulder roll. Shouldn't be shoulder.
But he also looked like he didn't have no confidence no more too. Like he was timid, just like, honestly, as soon as like the first minute or two, it's like you knew kind of something wasn't right. Like it was over. I was already just thinking like, yeah, he's right. Like this nigga gonna get knocked the fuck out.
By round 2, I was like, okay, this ain't gonna last 5 probably.
Yeah, and the second round he hurt him bad. Yeah.
He hurt him bad in the second. With the right, he hurt him. I know he knocked him out with the right, but I'm saying, did he hurt him bad with the right too, or was it the left?
Him with both hands.
It was both hands, but I think it was the left that initially did it, because Joyce was so shook at the left, he never knew the right was coming.
Yeah. And then so he tried to do like a half-ass shoulder roll or whatever, and then You're not really like shoulder rolling a southpaw is something you're not really supposed to do. I mean, you got to have
it could be done.
But it's not common, yeah.
He's one of the last niggas that need to be trying to do it. Like, a lot of you niggas can't shoulder roll regular like fighters, like. So I'm not gonna have you try that shit against no fucking southpaw, like really.
That was like his game plan, trying to just preserve and hopefully Zhang gets tired and he can last. But
I see there was a game plan, but he didn't believe in it. Cause look, remember I was saying how. In the preview, I was like, yo, if he steps back and tries to utilize his jab with authority and tries not to press too much and try to conserve some energy, he probably could make a little different fight out of it. He could really try to extend Zhang, but he didn't believe in it. He, his hand is down by his waist. He pumping a little bullshit jab with no snap and it's slow. Like, man. I think we wasted our time with this fucking rematch.
Yeah, he did. Like he definitely. I mean, if he wasn't so confident, then he's like, look, he should have taken like a soft touch or something like that to get his confidence back, or at least show that he was actually serious. But actually, coming back to the ring, or at least try to do something. But that half-ass shoulder roll led to a spectacular knockout too. It's actually one of my favorite combinations too. Zhang. He feinted a left hand, and which made Joyce go to his left and right into the right hook, which obliterated him. Like he fell on the stage, fell on his knees, and then fell face first. And usually when they fall face first like that, even his big ass was like, nah. He got up, but. Clearly was, he was gone. He was out of there. Like,
yeah, he got up. Credit for him getting up from such a shot.
Yeah.
But, he was done. Remember, Lennox Lewis got up in that McCall fight too now, but just because you get up don't mean you could fight. So.
Right. British Chin kind of made an appearance, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, but also with him though, I have a feeling though that the shit is starting to. Honestly, we all marveled at the Parker fight because dude took all types of shit from Parker.
That was amazing. That was an amazing performance.
It's almost like he peaked, but it almost also feels like he never really had to deal with no southpaw.
Yeah,
that would be as big as him. I know Usyk is southpaw too, but in inner far. I'm saying.
There's a southpaw and then also too someone that's actually able to hurt him because before that dude wasn't getting hurt. The only time someone was affecting him was Brian Jennings going to his body.
Dude had titanium chin. Everybody was saying, "Oh, he has a titanium, unbreakable chin."
Yeah, you got a titanium chin until you don't, until someone cracks it.
Felt like it until obviously the first fight clearly with the eye, but this one obviously it got cracked.
His jaw got cracked, and and. Yeah, you said, and honestly, you just looking just like defeated in his core, sitting down on the stool like that. It's just like, damn, like this was supposed to be like, your little warm up, before eventually, you get to fight with Usyk or some shit like that. And now, of course, now you got to start from square one because
now it's probably a wrap, and you're probably getting fed to somebody soon.
Yeah, niggas gonna be trying to hit up that line to see what's good because. He kind of has to go, like you said, go back to the starting block.
Yeah, because now you almost forget. Like you see this guy, like this is a guy that has wins over 2 former heavyweight champions and a fellow contender.
He's like near 40. I know heavyweight he can last longer, but he is 40. The fact is a fact.
Well, he's not. He's 38, but he's getting to the point where it's gonna be now or never for him. But now,
dude is older than half the niggas in ring gang, so he's old enough. I'm just saying, like
that's true.
That's true.
Because it's rare, like usually me and Pat, we can kind of sit back and be like, yeah, these young niggas.
Man, Zhang, I think Zhang's a little older, right? But
Zhang is actually 40. Like
he's 40. But he's kind of. Because again, like we mentioned, I think we mentioned before, right? The Jerry Forrest fight, he had the draw and he struggled, before that too. Whereas Joyce was peaking with the Dubois and the Parker wins, So it was like, but now Zhang, because even though that Zhang, the Herkovic, Zhang should have won that fight, to be honest, against Herkovic.
Yeah, but then, Zhang has to be able to, stamp down on these victories. Like, if you would have like had a couple, like if he would have dominated a few more swing rounds in that Hrgovic fight, he probably would have got that. But dude, work rate and conditioning is like mid.
Yeah, that's the only reason why Hrgovic, was able to escape with the win, because there were times that Hrgovic was simply just outworking him, and then down the stretch, Hrgovic was actually hurting him, but it was just like
the fight was there for him to win, though.
It was.
He hurt him. He made Hrgovic turn around, look at the crowd and shit. No. Hrgovic. I mean, the one thing that Zhang did was he removed the boogeyman label from Hrgovic. Hrgovic is not hurting boogeyman no more, because Zhang was lighting him up at various times of the fight.
It's just he has to learn how to work more.
Right. And he kind of is who he is. Like, we know, like, against the top guys, if he gets to 8th or 9th round, it'd probably be a wrap. But to the first few rounds, I mean, he's a monster. It's just kind of
he's hell on wheels, bro. Like, you gotta really respect it.
He was boxing up Joyce, Joyce was Olympian. I think Zhang was also, Olympians. I mean, these guys are talented heavyweights.
Yeah, like, I mean, right now, so Zhang right now has all the juice in the world right now because, he took the zero of someone who was a top 5 heavyweight, give or take.
Yeah.
Now it's other things. Now he has to be moved as such now.
I wait for Fury.
They're gonna give him, they got.
Yeah, but that's if a belt opens up, or, I mean, the best bet is to crash the Fury fight and call out Fury.
Oh, he did that in the interview. He did that in his post-fight interview.
Yeah, I mean, that's a start, but like, go to the Fury fight. Like, try to make that happen.
Yeah, because the Fury.
Remind people, hey, like, I'm a viable heavyweight. Like, yeah, let Tyson Fury get the bag, but hey, bro, like, let your next heavyweight fight be a significant one.
Right. Because, I mean, they did try to make that fight at some point, before Fury kind of went in his little own directions and shit like that.
Everybody's trying to be making a fight with Fury, like.
Actually, it wasn't Fury. It was Zhang, because fucking Joyce called triggered the rematch clause.
Yeah. You're right.
But you hear Fury not wanting to fight, wanted to fight John Jones, UFC's got, he really said he don't want to defend his title. He's already done it all. Drop the WBC title. You know what I mean? I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah, just retired and shit.
He literally had the comments and I've done everything already. I'm in it for the money, which is fine, but at least drop the goddamn belt.
Yeah, don't do this last stanza Lennox Lewis shit where you taking a whole year to make a decision.
Right, and that's pretty much with him. It's just like, I mean, unless it's Joshua, which is probably the only fight he kind of only boxing fight he kind of entertains. It looks like the dude doesn't really give a shit about his Mandos, and but then WBC's not calling any Mandos for him, which they should. So that's the problem. So they don't call him no fucking Mandos. So it's like
James Tony say WBC stands for We Be Crooks.
Yeah. So it's like, you got to, like, WBC needs to actually call Mando for dude. Like, after this fucking shit with Ngannou, like, they gotta get him in the ring with somebody. And what's good?
Yeah, look at the. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. What's good, Andrew? I see you checking in and whatnot.
We just boxing rankings.
Salute. What did it do, Android?
Yeah, what was you about to say, LB though?
Oh no, I just talking about. I remember we had the poll topic.
We did.
I think
let me see if I can.
With Zhang.
Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, that's the 141. Okay, here we go. With the poll, it says here, how does Zhang fare against Fury and Usyk? So far we have 37 votes. 5 days left. Continue to vote. We have 8% that says beats both. Another 8% that says beats Fury but loses to Usyk. And then 19% that says beats Usyk, loses to Fury. And then 65% says loses to both.
Damn.
I'm a 65, but
I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, right now, I think Zhang probably has a better chance of beating Usyk to me than he does beating Fury. Because Usyk. I mean, I think Usyk. The big thing with Usyk is obviously in the Dubois fight. It's now we can say its issue is his ability to really take a heavyweight punch. Now, he has a chin. Now Usyk has a good chin, but the body taking a heavyweight body shot might not be his thing. So that's the thing.
Shit, body shots hurt like a motherfucker. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, obviously body shots. I mean, anyone gets hit to the body solid, you're gonna feel it unless you got like insane abs and shit like that, and a triple G punch resistance out of the world. I mean, but he could do something, but again, Zhang is he's a 6-round fighter pretty much. I
actually put he could beat both. I was like, fuck it, like division need to get the division's getting a little stagnant. Like we need some fuckery type of wins.
Right.
I mean, this is a good start with Joyce, although Joyce was good for the heavyweight division, but
yeah, he was. And it depends on whether or not if he's going to continue to be good. It depends because Joyce has said he's not retiring. So,
who do you think's a good fight for him? I remember, shout out to Lukey because I was on the show last night.
Lukey,
he mentioned like Jared Anderson would be a fight. Would be a good fight for Joyce. What y'all think about that?
It's the perfect fight. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind it.
I mean, he sold me on it. I was like you, Pat. I was like, huh?
Because I think Joyce needs what we call he needs a soft touch. I honestly think he needs one.
Because I'm looking at it like maybe Jared Anderson ain't really the soft touch like that. Well, but they both of their minds are kind of like,
have Joyce fight a no-name dude, like the bounce back, just like some random dude. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. If he loses that, it's like, oh shit.
Well, then he's done. If he loses that, then he's done.
Yeah.
Whereas is it worth? Is a Jared Anderson guy worth taking the risk on the chance?
I mean, if you lose Jared Anderson, I mean, it's gonna be hard for him to rebuild. Whereas if he gets someone at least that's, I'm not saying like someone like a job or someone, because there are some heavyweights in it that will just like, that will fall over from the slightest of pressure and shit like that. So that's why I'm just like, he probably needs at least one of those before going after a contender, just a quick rebuild. Because like I said,
so you just say fuck it, he just needs some type of quick win regardless.
Right.
Don't even give him a Jared Anderson or somebody yet. Just let him get a win first.
Exactly.
I mean, I could fuck with that, but I feel like it's one of those like he has to get back in there. Like he should already be trying to get a fight lined up for like maybe February.
Mm-hmm.
Like start off the next year with a fight with a win early, and then see if you could try to lock something down in the summer. With a better fight.
Right. And then,
so yeah, Zaba's not a bad fight for Juggernaut. Because I feel like you want somebody with a good right hand, but somebody that might not be too dangerous.
Yeah, Anderson would probably he's too much. I feel like he'd be able to move around and just might fuck him up eventually. I mean, Joyce looks. I mean, yeah, you're right. Joyce needs. Last time I think of Joyce, we think Joyce got beat up bad, so I kind of want to see maybe get a dub.
I almost feel like a Johnny Rice would be like too much for him. Like,
because I mean, a job.
He cracking with that right hand. We don't know what dude gonna do.
I will say though, because a job book. I mean, obviously, because remember in his last fight, there were, you had Bob Arum of all people talking about a Jabba needed to be more exciting and shit like that. So you already knew that Top Rank was getting ready to cut a Jabba. So that's why you saw Jabba fight like pretty much what he was when he first started out. Like dude was letting his hands go, like, and
more fluid and everything. You're right.
Yeah, and then I don't think Juggernaut wants somebody like that who knows that he could probably be cut. He's gonna be motivated to like, okay, fight in because Jabba was already at PBC, and then
I think that's the thing, bro. Like I think everybody's gonna be motivated to fight him. Like Juggernaut got the helmet knocked off. Salute Chris Brand, what it do?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I was saying. I'm reading the comments. I didn't even acknowledge you, so my bad, yo. Because I looked at it as like, yeah, jog. But that's the reason I brought up a jog, but so yeah.
I thought you just did that shit seamlessly, my niggas.
Nah, my bad. So it's just shoot. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm so fucking tired. Salute Chris Brand. What it do, my nigga? Was good, bro. I'm glad you and Android checking in with us.
Yeah, no. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a heavyweight, and like you said before, heavyweight is kind of stagnant right now because simply, I mean, like I said, Joyce and Zhang have pretty much been the highlights of the division for this year, for almost 10 months of this year. Like,
the only other little blips were like a Jogba fighting with some energy,
and then Johnny Rice,
Johnny Rice upset at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I still got taken. Kuzumano, babyface Polish guy, Kowanaki.
Yeah, that that's knowledgeable. That's out there. That's worthy.
Especially since that dude popped dirty, not Kowanaki, of course.
Yeah, and I like to get kind of serious.
Yeah.
Hey, now it makes Kowanaki want to fight again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See what you did. So it's like heavyweight been kind of like I said, heavyweight been kind of dead this year. Like besides a handful of different little hiccups or blips on the radar, nothing really.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, the champion. Yeah. The champion. I mean, the champion. One champion is mixed martial art fights. The other champion is has a case of someone actually knocking him out. Yeah, so yeah, it's been the heavyweights has just it's been a horrible division to watch.
Yeah, I almost want to hit a reset button on the heavyweights. Like you got Wilder every 2 months. Wilder saying, "Hey, ever since I'm not the champion no more, the heavyweight division been less exciting. Ever since Fury's been the champion, heavyweight division been boring." And it's like, look, nigga, you don't have to be the fucking champion to make the heavyweight division exciting. Just fight.
Just fight, exactly. Which this nigga.
God damn. I'm like Wilder's cool. I know we critique him a little hard sometimes because we doing it from a skilled technical point,
right?
Or it's either a breathing shit. But overall, like we fuck with him, it's cool. But like, dude, man, chill with this shit, bro. Like you don't have to be excited. You don't have to be a champion to be exciting. Like just fight. Like it just seemed like you don't want to fight. Like. I know that Andy Ruiz, even when Andy Ruiz backtracked and said he'll fight for 10 million, y'all should have backtracked and just made the fucking fight because nobody fighting is not making anything better. Like, imagine you a top level boxer, a known name boxer, and you don't try to get on in this year and fight this year. Just imagine that.
He fought like less than one round last year, and so he fought. He ain't fought.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This year is packed, bro. Fucking Lee Wood is gonna be on his third fight, nigga. Third fight.
The best year of boxing since 2019, and like we don't get a marquee heavyweight. I mean, I guess Joyce.
Thank you. Yeah, you're right.
Joyce and Zhang is that's like the bare minimum of a top tier heavyweight fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
bare minimum.
Because I mean they're both top 10, 5-ish guys, but they ain't.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if this was heavyweight fights like this in 2019 were like a dime a dozen, and they was good, and we enjoyed them. But we need more this year.
Right.
We got a couple months left this year. Yeah.
Yeah, like if they're gonna make the fight, announce it. But it looked like we're gonna ride this year without a good, notable marquee heavyweight fight, and it's a little disappointing because if I had to have a checklist for boxers I wanted to see fight this year, like. It would have been like a good heavyweight bout. Like you just fill in the name.
Yeah, like I said before, there's no excuse for Wilder and Ruiz not happening. They're in the same.
Yeah.
Like they have the same advisor. That there's no reason for it to happen. Like you should have.
The whole money shit is just bullshit, bro.
Right. Like someone should have made that. Someone should have made that happen. So I mean, it is on both of them for not making that fight. For not making that fight. Because it's like, because PBC is not pushing any other heavyweights. Top Rank at least has young heavyweights going, and Matchroom of course is really dominating the heavyweight division for better or for worse.
All this shit just sucks, Android, you're absolutely right. Need an unexpected heavyweight fight to end the year. Otherwise, it just feels off. Yeah, like. Can you believe it? We're getting so many fights this year, and we don't have that heavyweight fight that we could just be like, we had that heavyweight. Like, come on, like Wilder, Ruiz, like what y'all niggas doing?
Right,
like Joshua, come on. Like,
I mean, Joshua at least fought twice this year.
I give him that. Like, maybe we could get a better fight out of him, but I'm not really kind of getting at Joshua. Like, this is more for like the Wilders, the Ruizes, the niggas who could really make a fight this year, but ain't really made no fight.
Right. I mean, Ruiz hasn't fought since it's been a year, and Wilder, it's gonna be 10 months. It's like
yeah, and like they could fight Frank Sanchez. Yeah, like, but y'all got this man fighting these bullshit fights.
Yeah, and he's one that actually got a win over a fellow prospect. Well,
yeah, so it's like y'all could start like matching these fights up some.
Well,
like
nobody's gonna want to fight Frank Sanchez. It's clear that's why he's fighting some no name on the undercard of Canelo. You know what I
mean? Dude, but Frank Sanchez would literally be one of Wilder's best names. Would literally be one of them Ruiz's best names.
He could beat both of them. I've always thought he could beat Ruiz. I mean, I feel like he could.
Niggas could probably beat both. That's the problem. Yeah. Like, you got all these niggas who could beat each other, not fighting each other. If this is 154, motherfuckers would have been for. We would have been knew who could fight, who could beat who.
Right.
But instead, it's all like conjecture. Like,
yeah, it's just the heavyweight is just a big mess though. But we do salute Zhang, we do salute Joyce for at least putting on, the effort to at least, to make an intriguing fight.
It's like they're like the one good meal that was brought in by the potluck, and like all the other like coworkers were just trash. Mm-hmm. But you had that one nigga who was like the British Chinese family.
Right.
Came through with some tempura, fish and chips, nigga, and that shit was busting.
Yeah, nigga. So it's like,
you expect the damn Mexican Ruiz brother to damn bring in some enchiladas or something, and he ain't bring shit. You expecting the Southern brother, the Wilder, to bring in some damn smothered something, like, and he ain't bring shit in, so you're like, damn.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, Joyce and Zhang, salute y'all, salute Zhang especially because he got himself a marquee win. Joyce, like I said, Joyce is like, no matter, he was good for the division, and Joyce has the victories. He does. You just remember, Joyce has the same amount of wins over a former heavyweight champion as Wilder does. So you can't say, if you can't really bash him like that, if he got, and they share a win too. They share the same in one of them too. So it's like, you can't really bash that. You can't really bash Joyce now.
Dude, Joyce still has a better resume than Wilder. Like, I'm sorry, but it's facts is facts. We ain't say better career.
No, better career? No, yeah, no. But...
Nah, Wilder definitely got a better career. Like, if you used to choose whose career would you want, it'd be Wilder's. But like the resume, it is what it is. Like, there's no shade. And just to finish out with Andre comment, I remember Wilder Fury in December 2018. Yeah, that's a ring game classic. God, that brought a ridiculous amount of energy to the sport just based on the fight and outcome itself. The pre-fight buzz wasn't all that. We just need fights.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah, because it wasn't all that because Fury wasn't Fury at the time. Fury was just coming off candy and crack and obesity and mental illness and shit like that. So. It pretty much this was supposed to be the coronation of Wilder as that guy in the division, and it ended up,
backfiring.
Jack Reed fucked it up. The man fucked him. Just kidding.
Oh my God, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, you LDBC shill, nigga. Like,
yeah, Jack Reed did the right thing, like Spike Lee, nigga.
The egg weights.
And the thing too is like the heavyweight division is aging. Wilder is an 85 baby, so he's gonna be 38 this year, or if he's not 38 already.
Oh, nigga.
So yeah, Wilder has to get. I mean, if he wants to become heavyweight champion again, he's gonna have to fight. If Ruiz wants to, I think Ruiz, like we always said, was spoiled by the Joshua fight because he got broke off. So now he wants 10 million this, 10 million that. So. But he's not fighting. He's only fought like 3 times since he lost the belts. Two or three times. So
he got dropped by fucking Areola.
Yeah,
With life and death with Areola. Like, not only just dropped.
Like, Wilder Ruiz would be like the best fight to close the year. I know we're not getting it, but the thought of like the best version of Ruiz being, could give Wilder a fight, but I don't know if that best version exists anymore.
Technically they still have time to do it. I mean, both guys are actually trained. They can still sign to do it.
They can still make that shit happen, bro. But these niggas just hard headed.
But any version of Ruiz that isn't at his complete best, I'm assuming Wilder is gonna fucking body him bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still a great. I mean, it's still two former champions, and it's easy.
Yeah, let's say. I mean,
I mean, I don't care who people favor. Like Wilder would be the favorite. I just want to see it. Like the sport needs it to happen.
Right. You know that it just needs to be done. So yeah, heavyweights. You know, some of y'all need to get your shit together, man, because 2023 this epic year cannot end without at least one notable heavyweight fight from people they consider a top 5 in the division. You know, and shout out to Zorro Del Vega. You know, shout out to everyone.
Salute, Vega.
Y'all keep doing your thing. And look out for Ruiz versus Frank Sanchez. If Ruiz versus Frank Sanchez, I would be surprised. Like, matter of fact, that should be a fucking prop in FanDuel. To take a fucking fight like that, nigga. So
yeah, that's an acceptable heavyweight fight to close out. Like, I'm not gonna bitch and moan about like, hey, these. Then it's gonna be basically on Wilder. So.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
but yeah, like one of y'all need to make a fucking move. Like
Frank Sanchez is clearly a top 10 heavyweight. It's just his boring Cuban school boxing style is dangerous.
Can someone beat his ass already? Shit. Boring don't mean invincible.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
So yeah,
I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, I'm tired of niggas hiding behind the boring tag. Like, if he's boring, beat his ass excitingly, then nigga. Shit.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm tired of this boring shit.
I wish we would have pulled a good fight out of Frank Sanchez. I think.
Yeah, so
and you should want to fight every boring nigga in the gym. That's how I used to be like, oh, he boring? Oh, okay, yeah. So let's see how he boring with these 1s and 2s, nigga. Fuck all that. Fight me, motherfucker. Shit.
Yeah, like, you know, you gotta make, like, you know, if he's boring, beat him. Try to beat him. Like,
yeah. He got his habits. This nigga ain't invincible. What the fuck? You got 2 hands. You got power. Like, they heavyweights. Like, shit. Like, that's the one division, like, where everyone has, like, some type of, like, weapons.
Facts.
Like, damn. Like,